My LLs, my fellow real estate enthusiasts and fellow real estate investors, and also everyone else out there listening, welcome. Welcome back to another episode of the Lubari Real Estate Podcast, the show where we break down the strategies, the mindset, and the tools you need to build wealth and create freedom through multifamily real estate investing. I'm your host, Jason Lubari Olds, and today is going to lean more into the mindset of things. Because your skill set, your knowledge, even your deal flow, none of it matters if you don't know your worth. And if you're not showing up as the best version of yourself every single day, none of it matters. This episode is about ownership. Not of property, but of you. So let's dive in. So let me start by saying this. Real estate investing, especially multifamily, is a people business. It's about trust, relationships, and positioning yourself as someone others want to work with. But here's the truth. If you don't know your worth, people sense it. They feel it in your handshake, in your voice on a call, even in your follow-up emails. When you undervalue yourself, you hesitate to ask the right questions. You'll play small in rooms full of opportunity. And you talk yourself out of deals before they even get started. Knowing your worth isn't about arrogance, it's about clarity. It's understanding the value you bring to the table, whether that's your ability to underwrite deals, your work ethic, your integrity, or your vision for creating wealth through multifamily. Think about this. If you don't believe you're worth being in a deal, why would anyone else? Now, knowing your worth isn't a one-time event. It's a daily practice. So here are 3 simple ways to build and reinforce your sense of worth. Keep promises to yourself. Confidence grows every time you say you'll do something and then actually do it. That's how self-worth compounds. If you say, I'm going to underwrite 3 deals this week, and you do it, you've just proven to yourself that you can be trusted. Surround yourself with the right people. When you're in rooms where others are raising millions, closing deals, and pushing themselves, your self-worth grows naturally. And it's easier to see your value when you're reminded that you belong in that space. Track your wins. Too often we focus on what we didn't get done. Instead, keep a log of small wins. Maybe you built a new broker relationship this week. Maybe you learned a new financing strategy. Maybe you got further along in raising capital. These stack up, and when you review them, you'll remind yourself that you're moving forward. Okay, now let's switch. Let's switch a little bit, because knowing your worth is only half the battle. The other half is actually showing up as the best version of yourself day in and day out. In multifamily real estate, people are betting on you just as much as they're betting on the property. Investors want to know you're disciplined. Brokers want to know you're serious. And property managers want to know you're capable. So how do you show up as the best version of yourself? Start with your habits. The version of you who owns $100 million in assets doesn't skip out on sleep, doesn't show up late to calls, and doesn't cut corners. So build those habits now. Mind your energy. People feel your energy before they hear your words. If you walk into a room drained, doubtful, or distracted, that's what they pick up on. So take care of your health, which includes your mindset and your environment, so that you can radiate the confidence you want to be known for. And then be consistent. Success isn't about being perfect. It's about being consistent. If you show up with integrity and effort every single day, opportunities will start chasing you. And let me just say it like it is. You won't always feel like showing up. There will be days where you feel tired, unmotivated, maybe even unsure of yourself. But that's when discipline steps in. On those days, remember your worth and take one step forward anyway. So, how does this apply directly to multifamily? Easy. When you know your worth and show up as your best self, you negotiate with confidence. You're not scared to walk away because you know your value. You attract capital. Investors sense your conviction and want to align with you. And you close more deals, because brokers now prioritize you when they see you're professional, consistent, and prepared. And every deal that you land is a reflection of the mindset that you carry. Think of it this way. Multifamily properties are valued by NOI, right? Your net operating income. The higher the NOI, the higher the property value. Well, you're the property, and your mindset is your NOI. The better you perform, the higher your value in your marketplace. So I want you to take this with you today. Know your worth. Build your confidence through daily action. And show up as the best version of yourself, no matter what. Because when you do, you'll not only build a real estate portfolio, you build a life that reflects who you truly are. And before we get into my favorite part of the podcast, I just want to share with you guys that every single day is another day. This is true. Every single day is another day. And every day is different. Every day has new challenges, and every day feels different. And we all go through things in life. And sometimes some of the things that we go through in life try to break us down. But I want you guys to hear this and remember this. Keep this in the back of your mind, the front of your mind, the side of your mind, the center of the mind. Keep this on top of your mind at all times. Look yourself in the mirror and remember who you are. You are great and you are amazing. Do not forget that. Don't beat yourself up. Hold yourself to a higher standard. And keep doing the work. Even on the days that you don't feel like it. The days that are you're just the most drained. You don't feel like getting out of bed. Have the discipline to get up and keep doing it. Remember your why. Remember why you're here. Remember why you're doing so much of this. And you are that person. You're the right one to be here. And nothing is going to change that. So in those times of self-doubt, look in the mirror and remember who you are. And remember all the work that you've put in to your life, with your family, with your careers, with your hobbies, and especially with yourself. Think about all that work that you put in to get here today. And that's just the first part of the story. Life gets so much bigger. Life gets so much better. And you grow right along with it. So show up as the best version of yourself every day. Give it 100% every day. Even though 100% may not look the same every day. But you got this. All right? Remember who you are. And keep putting one foot in front of the other every single day. And now we move on to my favorite part of the podcast, where we talk about what real estate can do for you. So this past weekend, I had a great experience of taking a friend's trip to Orlando, and we went to Disney World and Epcot. So great experience from that. I'm not going to lie. Out of everything, my favorite part was Epcot. And we were drinking around the world. So we had, I think it was like 12, 13 countries to go to. And we already got to the park a little later than we wanted to. So we started at 3, and then we barely made it. Like 5 minutes before the park closed, we got the last drink. And wow, we had a good time, a great time. So, man, that was fantastic. And then I got stuck at the Orlando airport for 2 days because of the storm. So I guess you got to take the good with the bad, don't you? But, it's all right. It is what it is. I made it through, and boy, am I glad I made it through. Hey, it was a little rough. But hey, what's the good times without the bad times, But that's all I wanted to share with you guys for today. So thank you for tuning in to today's episode of the Lubari Real Estate Podcast. If you found value in this episode, share it with a friend, leave us a review, and let's keep growing together. And until next time, remember, it all starts with mindset. Know your worth and go create the life you deserve. I love you all, and be blessed.